being here, Comic-Con, Iron Man, anything?
It just keeps getting better, and I'm so excited that we're all here. This is the longest bench of talent I've ever been a part of, and we got a real nice movie coming up for you guys next year.
I mean, in terms of all the films you've done, this is probably the first time that you're actually, I mean, you're genuinely part of this family of people now that's ongoing.
Yeah, and I become a little less significant every time, which is just fine. Because they're all so damn good. You're probably right.
Hey, Jeremy, how's it going?
Hey, man.
What? Yeah, I'm wearing pants.
So, now that you've done this a couple of times, does this seem like old hat to you, or is it comfortable? Does it still seem exciting and new?
No, it's always thrilling, man. It's always like a new. Look at the Friday next week, and it's going to be just exciting next Friday. It's always a brand new, amazing thing. Glad to be here. Very honored.
Every day you go to work, do you go, this is strange that I get paid to do this every day?
What I'm doing now?
No, not this. You're not getting paid for this. I mean,
I'm not getting paid for this.
No, this is free.
Jeremy was promised compensation. We're going to have to discuss this.
We're going to do a Kickstarter. We're going to kickstart Jeremy's panel. But I mean, just, getting over with this group of people and essentially being a superhero for a job. I mean, was this what you envisioned when you're like, I want to be an actor? Like, is this anywhere near what you thought?
No. It's but a wonderful blessing. Meeting this guy over here, he's the one that convinced me and washed my car in a thong and said that you gotta be Hawkeye.
Oh yeah, Michael Bay style, that's nice.
He did do that.
Yeah.
He washed my car in a thong, it's amazing. I have photos. I'll Instagram that shit. But no, I mean, it's easy to want to join. Wasn't very hard convincing me to do it. And never envisioned it, but I'm glad to be a part of this amazing group of humans sitting at this table.
Yeah. Mark Buffalo, we did the panel for when the Avengers was first announced. There really wasn't a whole lot of footage, and we were at New York Comic-Con, and you were on the panel, and at the time you're like, I don't really understand all this Comic-Con stuff and what this is, and you did it, and since then it completely blew up. Did this exceed your expectations?
Slightly, by a huge margin, and they don't treat me like this at home. That's for sure. When I walk in the door, it's pretty. That's really nice. Thank you.
Oh crap! Just say it, Mark.
Do people shout Hulk things at you just out in public?
People don't even know who I am other than Hulk. I walk down the street and I'm just like, yo, Hulk! Hulk! Hulk!
You should just go, the name's Banner, and then just keep walking.
It's actually Banner.
Chris, hey, how's it going, man? You are in exceptionally good shape.
Yeah, I just hang out with these guys.
Please just stop it. Stop it! that arm is the size of my torso. What has Thor meant to you all this time?
I mean, as these guys said, this is, for me, the same thing. One of the best experiences I've had on a set, off a set, to work with this group of people and to bring this character to life and be part of this madness is just an honor. It's awesome.
Was there anything that you haven't done as Thor yet that you feel like, oh, I just really want to do this thing as Thor? I really want Thor to do this.
Turned him into a woman.
It's happening.
Yeah,
Great idea.
I don't want to speak too early and jinx it, but I think it could be my Oscar. It's going to be a big transformation, but I'm willing to take it on.
You can do it.
Pause while everyone stops to picture you in a dress and then has a lot of feelings. And
You'd
then
be an ugly chick, man, I gotta tell you. You'd be ugly.
Can't hear the question. Please.
Does it feel good to put the eye patch back on? Because I feel like last time we talked about it, you're like, I bump into stuff a lot because of my depth perception with the eye patch on.
I was smart enough to figure it out. I start running into things and I just keep my head to the right. And it all works out fine now. I've got that down pat.
Good.
I have that down pat now, Kevin. You can cancel the insurance. Everybody's like, huh?
So how do you feel? Like, how do you think Nick Fury would react to this type of reception?
You know, Comic-Con is phenomenal. It's totally amazing. It's like every year, I've been coming here since like episode 1, Star Wars. It seems like every year I come here and it validates the fact that I belong and I get all this energy and love from everybody that makes me feel like going out and making movies for the rest of the year. We make movies because we want to entertain you guys, and I make movies because I want to see myself in them. This is the perfect combination for me. All this love, and it just energizes me, and I can't wait to come back next year with the next movie.
Now let's go over to Chris Evans, who's...
Going down the line thing. This is intimidating.
It's very assembly line. The whole time you're like, what am I going to say? What's my answer going to be? What's going to be? I heard a story that I wanted to confirm from you, and I don't know if it's true, but I heard that when you and Hemsworth first started working together, that you guys were like comparing like muscle rippage, and you're like, but how do you get this little piece right here?
What? There's no comparison. I mean, come on. It's very difficult to stand next to him. He is Thor. It's not just a costume. He is enormous. It's difficult to try and keep up.
How do you keep up? Like how long is your workout year?
Magic, CGI. I help the stuntman and you know.
Super Soldier Serum.
Congratulations on the success of Winter Soldier.
Yes.
Do you feel like at this point that that Cap is like fitting? Does he feel more acclimated to this world yet, or does he still feel a little isolated?
Well, no, I think he's getting there. I think we're past, he's not just, amazed at cell phones and the internet. I mean, I think he's up to speed, but I think he's still looking for a place to belong. He's for so long been a servant. He fits in as a soldier. He's used to kind of this chain of command, and since S.H.I.E.L.D. kind of fell apart in the last movie, it's more about this group of people depending upon each other without kind of a clear leader, and I think he's searching for, home.
Yeah. I'd like to welcome Aaron Taylor Johnson. Who we just get a peek of a little bit. How has it felt coming into this established world with all these people who've been working together as the new guy?
Yeah, pretty overwhelming. And surreal, and I was flattered to that Joss and the Marvel guys approached me for this, and don't hesitate. It's huge. It's incredible to be a part of this gang and great actors, and
Was there anything about doing a superhero film that you never envisioned before? Like what's different about it than other stuff that you've done?
What, the Avengers?
Yeah.
I think it's just the characters, you have such a dynamic between, you know, the group, and I think, you know, what Joss did with the first one was, it seemed like a mission completely impossible to do, but everyone had their moment and stood out, and, you know, what's beautiful is you get these kind of characters in the same room and they bounce off of each other, you know, there's banter and humor, and it's, and he has that tone where it can have a journey and be emotional and sad at moments, and you know, lighthearted and action-packed. You know, it's, you know, I thoroughly enjoy all of the Marvel movies, and was so excited to be part of this one. Thank you for having me.
I'm very excited to see Paul Bettany make the jump from a disembodied voice to a man on screen.
Yeah, they're now going to make me work for my money. I used to turn up to a dark room for 45 minutes and get a bag of cash. and now I have to work.
So how's that experience been for you?
Everybody's been incredibly welcoming, and it's been, you know, it's the most it's exciting for me. It's been the most exciting thing that's ever happened to my children.
Do you get cool dad points for this?
They simply had no interest in what I did until this moment. So that's been cool.
And now all the neighborhood kids are going to be turning up at your house and asking you to do the voice. And
Yeah, you know, I've had to keep this secret for a year and a half, and so have my kids, which is pretty impressive. You know, at school, that they just didn't breathe a word out. So.
that you know of.
That I know of, exactly.